with my students, we try to discuss what I call the holy trinity of mainstream economics, which I think is belief in economic growth, in free trade, and in perfect market competition. And these three I consider somehow the holy trinity of economics. It is not discussed, it is not questioned, and we try to critically look at these things. One of the insights we have come up with is that one problem is that the way that money is created is in fact pushing towards economic growth. So we think that economic growth, there is great pressure on economic growth, and we think it will not go away only by wishful thinking. We need to analyze the situation and try to change the way money is created. One problem, for example, is that money comes into circulation via credit, via debt. So we have to think about alternatives to this, including ways that money can be put into circulation by the state, including non-interest banking and things like this. So this is one area of my interests. The other area is looking for alternatives to the mainstream model. According to economics, there is only the economics of the company, of the firm, of the for-profit company. But in fact, there are alternatives, and there have always been alternatives. There has been the commons regimes in many parts of the world where land is owned communally. There has been the very strong cooperative movement in the world, including in my country, in the former Czechoslovakia. There has been ethical banking, land trusts. There are things like community-supported agriculture. All these, sometimes it's called the solidarity economy, social enterprise. So I think all these sort of types of enterprise should get together and cooperate. And one of my research's interests is how they survive in an environment, in an economic environment, which is not very benign, which is not very good for them, because they can be so competitive, they create positive externalities. And our research has shown that these enterprises survive better where they have some support, some kind of, we call secondary social enterprise, which can give them, in some ways, support them through, for example, non-market credit. They get cheaper interest, or they get land at not quite market rates. And this is something which is happening in Britain as well as in the Czech Republic. And we try to create a model including primary social enterprise, which actually gives the service, and then the secondary social enterprise, which supports it. And this model, in fact, derives from the Mondragon model in Spain, where in the Basque Country, the Mondragon system of cooperatives was supported by the Mondragon, or is supported by the Mondragon Bank, which gives its knowledge, expertise, interest, or at least that's the way it was traditionally. And this is a way, what we call, of support of the social enterprises through non-market capitals.